Hi, I'm Quinn Lemley with Secrets of the Stage. This is the place where we pull back the curtains and we dive into the creative process. And today we are talking about music. And I have Ben Bacardi with me. You are with Tribeca Records and you are up for a Josie Award for the best hip hop song.
Yes, how are you doing? Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you've recorded 100 songs.
Yeah, just in the last year and a half. I've recorded more than that, but just in the last year and a half or so, it's been over 100 songs.
Wow, and what's your inspirations? This new song that you've got, it's like a hip hop song.
Yeah, it's a hip hop song. It has an R&B group from North Carolina on the chorus, but the song is more, it's about memories and it's like nostalgia.
Being at the ocean?
Yeah, being at the ocean, just memories of growing up, some of the things that really you enjoyed as a kid or even as growing up and things that you think about a lot.
So Take Me Down to the Water is what it's called. When did you release it?
This was released 2 weeks ago, and the video is doing well. It has over 5,000 views on YouTube just in like 14 or 13 days. It has AI in it for the visualizations that you couldn't see. Like if I'm talking about s'mores or Rice Krispie treats, like they'll show a child eating it. Whereas, and the rest of the video, I'm in Yonkers at like a outdoor park with like water in the background and trees and so
beautiful.
Yeah, so that it has that as a background and it has great scenery for the video.
So it's a feel-good kind of thing. Oh, that's great.
It's very reminiscent of your childhood, and then you see like your parents getting older and raising children and a lot of experiences that you grew up with and fond memories, and that's what the song is about and the video as well.
So how do you come up with the idea for the song? Are you writing the lyrics and the melody and putting all the instrumentation together?
Good question. So I have producers that make the actual music in the background, and I have so much music that I listen to, and while I do listen to the music, I'll hear something, and while I hear it, I'll say, this might sound good if I talk about this, or I talk about that, you know, where it's a serious matter or a light matter or whatever the case may be. So when I heard the music to this, it was a producer, and his name is Saint Bird. He's from, I believe, in a European country. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong one.
How did you find him?
So I do a lot of networking on Instagram, and a lot of producers and artists, they contact me or vice versa, and they'll say that we have music, we have beats. You know, for hip hop, it's mostly like, it's called beats, where the background is kind of like a beat. And you listen to it, and then something will inspire you to say, okay, for this, I think I want to write about something nostalgic or some memories or things like that. And that's when I heard this song, Take Me Down to the Water. It didn't have that, but I inspired the chorus is kind of like in the 7th inning stretch on a baseball game. You know, take me out to the ball game. So I kind of did it off of that, but instead of take me out to the ball game, it was take me down to the water. And it was like kind of reminiscent of the 7th inning stretch, take me down to the ball game. But it was like, I kind of flipped it a little bit, so to speak.
So you're doing kind of everything.
I'm doing everything except for I'm not a producer. So I do produce the song as far as what the lyrics go and the choruses.
And you're performing it.
Yeah, but I'm not making the actual sounds. I have producers that do that. That's the only thing I don't do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now you're influenced by Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg, and then you also were inspired by some classic rock.
I love a lot of 80s bands like
Madonna.
I like Billy Joel a lot.
What's not to love about Billy Joel?
So I was inspired by a lot of 80s music, and so a lot of the music that I have, like this album that's coming out in September, it's mostly all inspired by 80s music. Take Me Down to the Water is not, because I have other music that's not 80s related, but it's very influential and very inspiring to me.
So did you go to music school, or how did you start creating?
So, as a teenager, hip hop is, I grew up in Queens, New York, and Queens, New York has a lot of rappers and rap groups like Run DMC, LL Cool J, who really like spearheaded the music industry for hip hop in New York City. And a lot of these groups and rappers, they just grew up maybe 5-10 minutes from where I live. I never really had interactions with them, but they were very inspiring. So as a teenager, me and my friends, we said, hey, maybe we could also write and over some music, and we could try to do it. And we did, and we were the only ones in our neighborhood in Fresh Meadows who were really doing that at the time, which is in Flushing, Queens. Yeah, so we were doing it, and my friends, they also started to learn how to produce and make beats. And a lot of them, they're still doing the music with me, and they're still performing, and they're still trying to do what they can do. And
that's exciting.
We're still trying. Yeah.
Now, so are you performing live? Is it hard? How is it? Because my music is big band, jazz, some pop, Broadway kind of stuff. So that's more performable. But if you're mixing beats and you're doing all of that, how then do you take that to the live stage?
Yeah. So you'll take usually just the instrumental of your song. Or
so
maybe
your tracks.
You're right, or maybe with the background vocals, and a DJ will put it in their DJ set, and they'll play it, and you'll perform.
And you sing over it.
Yeah.
I see. And so what kind of venues do you perform in?
I haven't performed at too many venues as of recent. I'm hoping to possibly perform at the Josie Awards, which is in November.
Yes.
It's not set in stone yet, but we'll see. I am nominated for Best Hip Hop Song of the Year, so that would be awesome if I was able to do that. And there's a few thousand people going to be there. But we'll see.
I will see you there. I'm nominated for Best Jazz Vocalist in Blues.
So I will see you there.
So we'll be on the red carpet together. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you're going to do this 80s album. How, are you in the studio every day, or what's your process?
Not every day. I'd say weekly or bi-weekly. Last year, I was in the studio once a week, like 3-4 hours every single week. But I have so much music that's not released yet that I'm just trying to now mix and master it to perfect it. And I have singles out like Take Me Down to the Water, Life Again, that was nominated for Best Hip Hop Song, and just trying to release music slowly, because I would love to release so much music, but it's just like, you can't do it all at once, you know.
How do you promote your music?
Through Instagram, through YouTube. Eileen and Jimmy are good friends of mine, and they help me a lot.
Eileen Shapiro and Jimmy Starr, we love them. So Rockstar PR.
I'm also in a lot of digital magazines, doing shows like this, podcasts. That's the way I promote. But you have to nowadays do a lot of self-promotion. So a lot through your own Instagram, a lot through posting, a lot through trying to get people to repost your stuff, be on YouTube, TikTok, things like that. And
do they license the music from you?
So I have with ASCAP and BMI, I license my songs through there, get my songs copywritten, if that's what you mean by that.
So are you distributed through CD Baby or?
So through Tribeca Records, I'm on their label.
Okay.
So for Life Again, it was distributed through there. But when I'm not distributed through there, I use DistroKid. I'm familiar with United Masters. Some of my friends use that as well. But distribution is very important.
Right.
It's very important. Yeah.
You got to get it out there.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing your videos, what's your inspiration? And how do you think of what the video should be to accompany the song? So
you want to make a video. People often nowadays have a low attention span. So sometimes it's not like the days of MTV and VH1 where people will often sit and watch a 5, 4, 6 minute video. So you want to get a video, or you want to showcase a video that is catchy, that can get their attention maybe in 30 seconds to a minute. So you want to have good visualization. So with the song, you want to show images that can get people's attention, where they'll tune in and they'll stay and watch it for more than 15 to 20 seconds.
So what kind of circumstances would you, I like the idea of everything, summer and water and childhood. what are some other themes that you
So
like to create?
I have another song that we released it as the B-side to Take Me Down to the Water. We're yet to shoot a video, but we're processing it now. Now, the song is called Play This at My Funeral, which it sounds like a dark theme, right? But it's more of like we're saying in the song things that you don't normally talk about, and people only sometimes tell about the good and bad things about you when you're gone, right? So this song is inspired of, if I do pass away, this is what I want you to know about me, and these personal things we put in the song, me and a few other artists. So we're thinking about the video now, and yet we haven't thought about exactly locations and things like that, but we're processing, okay, let's listen to the song, and let's say we're talking about this or that, maybe we should put it in this scene or that scene, and that's the process of what we're doing currently.
What are some of the themes that people want to be known, good and bad, after they've gone?
Just maybe some things that are personal about you that you don't talk about in your music all the time, or things that people don't know about you, and then when you're gone, they might say, I remember when Ben was 15 years old and he skipped school and no one knew about it except grandma. Like things that people don't necessarily know about you, we try to incorporate in this song, or private matters that no one really knew about, but we would only want you to hear it at our funeral, because before then it's like too private or too embarrassing to think about. And that's what this song is about.
Wow. Wow. What are some other themes like that?
Well, so Life Again, we're considering, we did the video in our recording studio, but the song and the lyrics, at least for my verse, is about you remember the past of when you were 20 years old and you had slices of pizza from Manhattan that were just $1, or you could...
They're coming back. The dollar pizzas are coming back.
The good dollar pizza. So in the video, we would want to maybe incorporate those visuals. And I do work with an AI person who does amazing stuff on Instagram. And he did a video for Life Again with AI of just being able to show like me when I was 15 and when I was talking to girls in school.
Did he use photographs, or did he take you and change you?
So for Take Me Down to the Water, he has a 17-year-old version of me. And
does it look like you did?
Yeah, well, it's me. So I'm walking in like school in the locker room, and I'm like putting my stuff in the hallway, and
oh my God,
it's pretty impressive, because you could now take any images and put it on a walking body or things like that. It's amazing.
Wow. So let's talk about music and music videos in AI. What if you were going to tell our audience, give them some tips on AI? What would that be?
Well,
how to use it, how not to use it.
So sometimes you want to, if it's like a scene of a beach or a waterfall, those sometimes could appear to look not so real. But if it's yourself and they're taking your picture and they have you in a car or you're walking, they could look really real depending on who you're using, because anybody could have access to AI with a computer program. So you want to have someone who's very professional and experienced using AI to make it look good.
So
and that could be expensive.
These AI people for music videos doing this, are they producing the whole theme of the song?
Well, so for Take Me Down to the Water, what I did was I gave the AI videographer the lyrics of my song. And next to each lyric, I wrote to him in parentheses, okay, for this lyric, I want you to put me on a mountain, or me listening to my headphones, or me eating spaghetti with sauce. Like whatever the lyrics were, I wanted to have him visualize exactly what I was doing and what I look like.
Wow.
You know, I'm wearing a black shirt, or a backwards Yankees hat. You know, you have to be very detail oriented, which is, or they'll just do whatever they feel like, and it might not be the vision that you want.
Right, so you have to direct them.
Right,
or
pretty
direct
much,
them.
yeah.
How do you find these people?
Through Instagram, through networking. A lot of times on Instagram, if you say ever look at AI videos, then they'll send you AI producers through your feed. You know, whatever you look at on Instagram or any social media or listen to, they'll often put something in there that say you want to buy a hammer for your building something in your house.
Right.
You're talking about that on Alexis or something. Hey, Alexa, I'm looking for a hammer, and then you'll look at your phone and you'll see, oh, there's ads
Hammer
for
to
hammers.
fall, hammer to fall.
Yeah.
Right?
So a lot of things are just a lot of times you're looking through something on social media and then it appears. That's how it happens sometimes.
Wow. How many followers do you have?
I have on Instagram about 5,600 now.
Wow.
So it's building.
It's building.
Yeah, it's slowly building.
Now, during the day, you're doing home inspections and things like that. How did you get into
Yeah,
that?
so I have a home inspection company. We inspect homes.
On Long Island.
Actually, all 5 boroughs as well as Long Island.
Oh,
and
wow.
we're in some other states as well. That I've been doing for about 15 years. My brother-in-law and sister, they were doing that work in California, and this work is national. It's in every state. So it's something I've been doing, but I would love to put it to the side and just focus on music, but obviously you have to pay the bills, and that's what's paying now. Is
your music expensive to produce? I mean, is that where all your money goes?
It could be expensive, especially the studio, videos, music videos cost, if publicists cost, a lot of things cost. So especially as an independent artist, the record labels, they're not giving you a huge budget, but I would love to get a huge budget from Sony or Warner Brothers, or, but that could take time, So in the meantime, you gotta represent yourself and do what you have to do.
So what would you tell an aspiring young artist?
I would tell them, for me, I've been doing this for many years, and there was often times where I would do music for a few months and then I would stop for a few years. Where I wish,
why?
Because just lack of motivation, just life happened, kids or whatever, and it's important that if you do music and you want to really get places, to not stop, to keep going. Because I wish that if I didn't stop, I might have some Grammy Awards 10 years ago, or be in movies 10, 15 years ago. But the fact is that just in the year and a half that I've been doing music consistently, I've been more places and nominated for awards and music videos more than I've done in 15, 20 years prior. But the reason for that, I believe, is continuing to do the music, nonstop recording, nonstop building and creating. And if you continue to do that, and continue to be on social media and to promote your music or whatever art you have, then it will come to fruition.
I love that. So it's about being consistent.
Yeah, with anything.
That's with anything.
Yeah, anything, sports, whatever. You can't just practice once a week if you want to be a great basketball player. You have to practice every day if you want to make it to the next level. Right.
I had a cyclist, a racing cyclist, on prior today in the studio, and he was saying it's all about mindset. It's 90% mindset, 10% physical.
Yeah, or 10% talent. Some of these artists that you hear on the radio, you're like, it could be a catchy song, but you're like, I could do better than that. That song's not so talented. And you wonder, how did they get there? Probably through great work ethic, great consistency, and great connections and networking, and that's how they got to where they are.
Yeah, that's for sure. Do something every day towards your dream.
Yeah.
Yes. And so where do you want to be in 10 years?
In 10 years, I would like to be...
Or 5 years, 5 years, 10 years.
I would love to be retired from my inspection work and be doing music full-time, touring, doing whether it's movies or even in the background as helping new artists, managing them. Being in the music field, I would love to just be able to release music every few months and people enjoy my music, people be inspired by it, and that would be a dream come true.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. What would you say your purpose is?
My purpose is for me, this is fulfilling for me. It makes me happy to do music. Now, if I could inspire other people through my music to find something in their life, whatever it is, to do it and follow through with it and make them happy, that would be my purpose.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And do you have children?
Yes, I have 2 younger children.
How old?
11 and 13, a boy and a girl.
Oh, how nice. And do they make music with you?
No, they don't make music with me, but they're extreme critics. So if they don't like something that I have, they're like, Dad, that's not it, or I like that song, or they're very encouraging and very motivating with my music.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And in terms of you're creating all this music, but are you able to tour?
At this moment, I'm not able to tour due to work, family, things like that. But if there was a tour that wants me and there's a northern East Coast leg of a tour or a tour in Hawaii,
Hawaii,
where it's
I
nice
love it.
and beautiful.
You like water. I can see that.
I'll go there right away,
Right.
So, but, that's soon to come, hopefully with the Josie Awards and different things happening, who knows?
And do you know the background of the Josie Awards?
I know it's an independent music award show, but no, I do not know the background of the Josie Awards.
Well, we'll have to find out, and we'll have to do a whole show on the Josie Awards
That'd be
because
nice.
it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be in Nashville. I think it's November 1st.
November 1st and 2nd, I think.
November 1st and 2nd
Yeah.
in Nashville.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I already got my tickets. I'll be there.
Yes, I've got to get mine too. And well, tell me more. What are some other themes that you want to write music about?
So, I like to write music that's thought-provoking.
Well, what's thought-provoking?
Thought-provoking about maybe what do you want to do in your life, or what kind of relationship do you want to be in, or what kind of relationship do you want to have with your family, your sisters, your brothers, your parents. Things that I want to write about, things, and I do write about things that aren't often talked about in hip-hop music or music in general.
What are the themes usually? Because when I hear hip-hop music, I mean, I'm a jazz person, so you hear like rhyming words, but what are all the themes? Because a lot of times it's kind of violent.
Well, hip-hop can get a bad rap for that. But there's so much variety of hip-hop music. It could be, if it is violent, it might be talking about what's going on in their neighborhoods, which is...
So was it more gang-related? Is that what it came birthed out of?
Hip-hop from the beginning, like, say, groups like Public Enemy, they talked about what was going on in their communities, which wasn't good situations. So if they were talking about injustices or violence, it was more about, like, reporting. Like if you watch CNN, you wouldn't say CNN is talking about violence, but when we watch the news, unfortunately, it's a lot of negative things that we watch.
I know.
Right? So with hip hop, it sometimes gets misconstrued that they're talking about violence or negative things, when a lot of times they're just reporting or talking about what they see in their own neighborhoods and wish things would change. But yes, there are probably instances where the music is just violent or misogynistic or things like that. But there's so much varieties of hip hop music, just like in rock music or pop music. It's not just in pop or rock talking about love songs all the time. A lot of it is the majority of that relationships, but they do touch on different topics as well, just like hip hop does.
And so does hip hop talk about love?
Yeah, for sure. And some of the biggest songs are love related or relationship related.
Like, what are your favorites?
LL Cool J has a song called "I Need Love."
We all need love, don't we?
That was from the '80s, and that was a big inspiring song. Or most hip hop songs, they do talk about somewhere in their album a song that's regarding a relationship or maybe a breakup. Sometimes it's not always about love; it's about a relationship that
or
doesn't
lost love,
right doesn't work out, or they're trying to work it out. It's just like any other form of music, pretty much.
I like that there have been collaborative artists like New York State of Empire State,
Alicia Keys,
yeah, where they're having melodic phrases with the hip hop, and that juxtaposition is very enticing and very empowering.
So "Take Me Down to the Water," my new single, has a group called Soul Organic from North Carolina, and they play all kinds of instruments, and they're a soul group for maybe 20 plus years. And
beautiful.
They're on the hook in my song, and it's very catchy, and it's very...
Well, tell our readers what the hook is.
Take me down to the water, take me down to the sea, take me down to the game. You know, it's just that, it's just talking about things of in your childhood where are soft, like warm moments, and
the s'mores.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
They bring those things out, and I bring those things out in my lyrics as well in the song.
Oh, that's beautiful. So are most of your songs more upbeat or positive?
I wouldn't say that, because sometimes if I hear an artist that just talks about upbeat and, you know, it could be more like elementary, and I don't feel like my lyrics and things are so elementary. Like I said, the B-side of Take Me Down to the Water is Play This at My Funeral, you know, which could be like, whoa, what is that, you know? So I feel like I have a mix. You know, you're not just gonna hear, like, for some artists that are hip hop especially, they're just known for hardcore lyrics or gangster lyrics, you know, and I don't want to be known for just one thing. I want to be known for upbuilding songs or songs that can make you cry or laugh, you know, different things.
Right. Now, where can people get your music?
They can get my music everywhere on all streaming platforms, whether it's Spotify,
Ben
YouTube.
Bacardi.
Ben _Bacardi is my Instagram handle.
Okay.
Benjamin Bacardi is on YouTube, where you can find all my music videos.
And Tribeca Records.
Tribeca Records.
Get it from
if you go to their website, you could see me there, and also I'm on Amazon, Apple, Tidal, wherever.
You're everywhere.
Yeah, wherever you can find me.
But they need to know if they're looking for Ben Bacardi or Benjamin.
Ben Bacardi. If you go to Ben Bacardi and you go to my Instagram, it'll give you a link to go to my YouTube.
Okay.
As well as wherever else. There'll be links there that you can go to see wherever I'm at.
Well, I love it, Ben, and I'm looking forward to being on the red carpet with you at the Josie Awards, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm Quinn Lemley with Secrets of the Stage. We air every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or you can also see us on Spotify, Apple TV, Black Tie Magazine, and on YouTube. Please visit me at quinnlemley.com and sign up for my newsletter for the latest in music, TV, and fashion. Until next time, I'm Quinn Lemley with Secrets of the Stage.